University. We would also like to acknowledge the presence of the BUOU faculty and the BU family. Kindly turn off your microphones, or in about 3 minutes, we are about to start. Thank you.
magsaya at magalaw. Buong araw na ginawa ng Panginoon, tayo'y magsaya at magalaw. Magpasalamat kayo sa Panginoon. Putihin siya, kanyang gaway walang hanggan. Sabihin ng sambayanan ng Israel, walang hanggan kanyang awan. Buong araw na ginawa ng Panginoon, tayo'y magsaya at magalaw. Anong kamay ng Diyos sa aking umabot, ang bisig niya sa aking pagtagapagtanggol. Ako'y hindi mapapahamak kailanman. Mahahayag ko atinaw. Buong araw na ginawa ng Panginoon, tayo'y magsaya at magalaw. Ang aking Panginoon, muog ng buhay, siya ang matong pinangagihan, pinagapatayo, kahanas sa aking mga magsaya.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang mag-ibig, alam ng puso, sa tinig ko'y buhay, lupang hinirang, kuyak ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulungin, di ka masisingil, sa nagkakatulog sa simulan, sa tabi ko'y pagaw, ay hinatang lakaw, sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isa kang katawan ko'y natumpay para tinigil, ang inuwi at araw na kailan, wakay di matinigil, tumatakaw, kawalan, magsinta, buhay kahit sa pilit mo, ang ligaya ng pagkay mo namin, ang pagkay ng
24 years ago, Bicol University Board of Regents passed BOR Resolution number 24, series of 1997, which approved the setting of the Bicol University Open University. The objective of the BU Open University was to bring the curricular programs of the university to a wider populace of students in the Bicol region. With the vision of being a world class university, producing leaders and change agents for social transformation and development, BUOU commits to continually strive for excellence by providing wider access to quality education via the distance education mode. Establish an innovative system of continuing education of professionals and career development for those unable to avail the opportunity through the usual traditional delivery mode, and develop instructional materials and technology appropriate for distance education. Good afternoon to all of you who are on board. Hashtag Marites. Mars ito ang latest. Today is a momentous day for we proudly celebrate the 24th founding anniversary of our beloved Bicol University Open University with the theme Talk in the Time of Disruptive Environment. Today is November 20, 2021, and we are live via Zoom and via Facebook. I am Diza Ricyon. And with great fervor and pride, I am a Mayanged student of BUOU and your virtual host for this afternoon. How are you all doing? We are hoping that you are doing fine. We are very happy to be joined by our high caliber faculty in charge in the different programs of the university. And of course, our Dean, Sir Ramesses M. Lorino. And of course, the Bicol University family and the SUC President 4 of Bicol University, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascarenhas. And to formally welcome everybody on board, we shall have the very dynamic and diligent Dean of BUOU, Dr. Ramesses M. Lorino.
To our University President, Dr. Arnulfo Mascarenhas, the Vice Presidents, the Dean of the BU Graduate School, Dr. Herbert B. Rosana, the Deans and Directors who are present here, to the BUOU core and affiliate faculty and staff, my dear BUOU students, guests, good afternoon. Celebrating founding anniversary is a time of looking back at the past. As the well-known, frequently said proverb from our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, ang hindi marunong lumingon sa pinanggagalingan ay hindi makakarating sa paroroonan. In English, this means a person who doesn't know how to look back from where he came from won't reach his destination. We should always go look back from where we started and never forget the persons who journeyed with us in the past, and that is also giving recognition to the men and women who also in one way or another worked for the betterment of the Bicol University Open University. May they inspire the younger ones to excel and make a better future for BU Open University. We look to the past to celebrate the good things in the past because the past events could never be duplicated. We should remember we only pass this way but once. We also need to look at the past to learn from it. The past surely did not only give us good times, there were also the bad times. And these bad times should be used as a learning springboard. They should be our lessons to plan better for the future. Lessons from the past, even our drawbacks, should be used as challenges for us to inspire the future. With this, my friends, I welcome you all to our 24th founding anniversary with the theme Talked in the Time of Disruptive Environment. Thank you, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you, Dean. Undeniably, BUOU is an institution towards and beyond excellence. Hashtag Mariposa. Mars, post mo na. As we continue with our celebration today, we encourage every BUOU students to post photos about this celebration and use this official hashtags. Hashtag BUOU at 24. Hashtag BU, we owe you. Hashtag I am BUOU. And to prove how spirited we are, we give you the opening salvo participated by the BUOU students. But first, let us give the virtual floor to Professor Roldan Caviles.
Thank you very much, Ms. Daiza. This is the collaborative effort of course, the students of BU Open University. We have Mama Riches from the EDD program, Sir Alvin Mahawan. We also have Jovel Duana from MPA program, and of course, our editor from the College of Arts and Letters, Sir Carl Celestial, and of course, Sir Don. He's the president of the Student Council. Also, we thank all the faculty, all the personalities who gave their presentations for the completion of this audiovisual presentation. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginnings and the development of BU Open University.
Bicol University, the premier university in the Bicol region, the pioneer offering open distance education through BU Open University. By virtue of Bicol University Board of Regents, Resolution number 24 on November 20, 1997, the setting up of the BU Open University was approved. Initially, it started with the offering of short-term non-degree courses. The objective of the BU Open University was to bring the curricular programs of the university to a wider populace of students in the region. To fully operationalize the BUR Resolution number 24, Administrative Order number 175
Recording in progress.
2004 was issued to provide the general implementing guidelines for the operations of the BU Open University. In 2005, Bicol University issued Resolution number 053, Series of 2005, specifying the implementing guidelines on module development and course delivery for the Open University Distance Education Program of Bicol University. Following this, CHED issued Memorandum Order Number 27, Series of 2005, for policies and guidelines on distance education. Republic Act Number 10650, or Open Distance Learning Act of 2014, was enacted by the Senate and the House of Representatives of the Philippines to standardize the offering of distance learning in the country. In 2017, Bicol University issued Resolution Number 36, Series of 2017, approving the restructuring of BU Open University, prescribing its organizational structure, as well as its mandates, and authorizing the allocation of funds for its operation. As implementing guidelines, Bicol University issued Administrative Order Number 253, Series of 2019, for the assignment of core and affiliate faculty and technical staff of the BU Open University. Hence, an Administrative Order Number 347, Series of 2019 was likewise issued, specifying the revised implementing guidelines of the BU Open University. BUOU started with a modular delivery system. Then, it transitioned to online using open sources like Yahoo Group for online classes and emails. Onwards, it was still a combination of modular and online. Tutorial sessions were held at the BUOU office, which served as its distance learning center. Currently, students are expected to study on their own time and place. Learning packages, through print, e-learning material, and educational resources, web links, course guides, audio, and videos are used by the students. Also, learning support for the program is provided through tutorials and counseling at the BU Open University office. BUOU started with Master in Management, Master in Public Administration, and Master in Local Government Management, prior to CHED issuance of guidelines or CHED Memorandum Orders for the offering of distance education. There was an omnibus approval by the Board of Regents in 1997 to offer other programs such as Master in Management, Master in Public Administration, Master in Local Government Management, Master of Arts in Peace and Security Studies, Master of Arts in Educational Management, Master of Arts in Education. However, these were not offered then before the restructuring because the BU Graduate School limited only the offerings to the first three programs, which are MM, MPA, and MLGM. Also, the Commission on Higher Education issued CMOs restricting the offering of additional programs for Open University or distance education, where only those attaining Level 3 accreditation shall be offered.
When the restructuring of BUOU was implemented, the following programs such as MPA, MLGM, MAPS, MAEM or MAELM, and MAED were offered, following the omnibus approval by Board of Regents in 1997. Presently, BU Open University offers Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership and Management, Master in Management, Master of Public Administration, Master in Local Government Management, Master of Arts in Educational Leadership and Management, Master of Arts in English Education, and Master of Arts in Social Studies Education. The BU Open University has been manned by the following administrators who significantly contributed to the development of BU Open University. During the presidency of Dr. Emiliano Abirin, Professor Maria Carolina L. Boyon began as the first Open University coordinator. When Dr. Susana Cabredo became the sixth president of Bicol University, BU Graduate School, through the leadership of Dr. Arnulfo Mascareñas as the Boggs Dean, initiated the offering of some graduate programs via Open University. The second Open University coordinator was Dr. Maria Jane Mascareñas in coordination with the BU Graduate School during the time of Dr. Nora L. Licop as the Boggs Dean. The first Dean of BU Open University was Attorney Joseph L. Bartolata, PhD, and finally, Dr. Rameses M. Lorino as the second Dean to present. The institutionalization of BU Open University was initiated by Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas, the incumbent president of Bicol University. He is the person behind from the start of BUOU. The technical proposal for BUOU was done by Dr. Mascareñas during the time of Dr. Susana Cabredo upon her encouragement and directives, then was approved by the Board of Regents. In 2004, Dr. Mascareñas, as the Dean of the BU Graduate School, initiated the collaboration with the University of the Philippines Open University for assistance to Bicol University to be able to establish or start up the BUOU to offer degree programs. Hence, through the former late UPOU Chancellor Felix Librero and his faculty, together with Dr. Melinda Bandalaria as registrar before and staff, trainings were implemented starting from the BU Graduate School Dean, Dr. Arnulfo Mascareñas, and his Assistant Dean and faculty to handle courses on delivery mode, course guide, and module development and student support services. Thus, in the second semester of 2005, BUOU was able to take off with the three programs such as Master in Management, Master in Public Administration, and Master in Local Government Management.
Good day, everyone. My task this afternoon is to bring you back to the year 2007 to 2018. What was Bicol University Open University before? I was given 3 questions to answer. One is about the history of Bicol University Open University. Second, what were the accomplishments? And third, what were the challenges? So I think given this presentation of mine, all those 3 questions will be answered. So allow me to bring you back to what was Bicol University Open University before and how it all started. So the start of BU Open University was through a Board of Resolution number 24 in November 20, 1997, this day, which approved the setting up of BU Open University. An Admin Order number 177 series of 2004 provided the general implementing guidelines for the operation of BU Open University. And then, a BOR resolution number 053 approved the offering of selected graduate degree programs in distance education. So the objective of BU Open University is to bring the curricular programs of the university to a wider populace of students through the establishment of distance learning centers across the region. BU Open University started in second semester school year 2005-2006, offering 3 graduate programs. These are Master in Management, Master in Public Administration, and Master in Local Government and Management, with 26 enrollees who are pure Open University students. The general objective of BU Open University is to provide wider access to quality education, adhering to the highest standards of academic excellence in order to produce trained manpower required for the development of Bicol region. Specifically, there are 3 important major objectives of BU Open University. And these are to provide wider access to quality education by offering degree programs via the distance education mode, to establish an innovative system of continuing education of professionals and career development for those unable to attain or to avail of the opportunity through the usual traditional conventional delivery mode, and develop instructional materials and technology appropriate for distance education. There were selected degree programs which were approved to be offered by virtue of BOR Resolution number 053 series of 2005. And these are as follows. You can just read them to know what are these different programs which was approved via BOR Resolutions 053 series of 2005. And this is an omnibus approval. Okay? So there was an omnibus approval for the offering of these different programs. And offering these different programs will depend on the readiness of the program, whether it is ready for distance education. So from 2005 to 2018, the courses offered were those of Master of Arts before, now Master in Public Administration, Master in Management, and the MLGM. The mode of delivery that we adopted during the time for distance education was started with print modules or materials, e-learning web-based materials, wraparound syllabus, using wraparound syllabus specific for distance education or Open University, or your course guide. And there was also an online tutorials or face-to-face tutorials. The activities or preparation for the delivery of Open University courses started with the training of those who are going to be involved, starting from the administrators or managers. These are the dean or the secretary and the secretary of the graduate school back in 2005. So they themselves underwent trainings about open and distance education. And then it was followed by a training on delivery systems, course guide, and module writing. These are the first batch of faculty members engaged in the training for distance education. After that, another batch of faculty were sent to attend seminar on materials development. And then another training or seminar on student support services. So you can see that we did not just jump into offering these programs without doing certain preparations. There were a series of trainings that were attended by the supposed FICs to initially offer or deliver the courses via distance education. As to the students, surprisingly, while we were targeting only students coming from the region, our students came from not just the region, but from Manila, other parts of the country like Laguna, Batangas, Samar, Leyte, and some of our students are coming from Dubai, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, US, Pennsylvania, other Asian countries, Canada, and Nigeria. These were the students that we had before, coming from different locations, not just in Bicol region. Okay? So, according to Admin Order number 177, series of 2004, the assignment of load to Open University faculty, or what we call FICs, or faculty in charge, should be part of the regular load. Why? Because these courses, this offering, are already lodged at the BU Graduate School, and these are regular programs that will be delivered via distance education. Therefore, it becomes a regular load of the faculty. So the faculty members are called faculty in charge, or FICs. And they were trained for delivering DE program or distance education mode for the 3 programs, preparation also for student support services, materials module development in 2005, and a follow-through was done in 2008. So these are the major functions required of FICs in DE, or Open University. Okay? The training of faculty members and other staff of BOGs were done through the assistance of UPOU implementers themselves. There was a collaboration with UPOU for starting the offering of BOGs degree courses in 2005 and the acquisition of modules for both faculty and students then. So just to give you the glimpse, these were the pioneers of distance education or Open University in the Graduate School of Bicol University. Okay? So these are the people then who started it, who were young then, when we were young. Okay? So here you can see the president himself, the other faculty members. Some are retirees now. And this lady in red is Dr. Mel Bandalaria. During her younger years, now the UP Chancellor, the UPOU Chancellor on her second term. Okay? So faculty members were facilitated, helped by BOGs. Faculty members were facilitated and helped by BOGs to become members of Philippine E-Learning Society, or PELS, an organization from different, represented by different universities offering online e-learning courses and e-learning enthusiasts and industry, and also the Philippine Society for Distance Learning is another organization. So graduate school then facilitated the membership of faculty in charge so that somehow it will help in the enhancement of competence in teaching e-learning, get updated, and of course, capability building. So as far as module writing is concerned, faculty members in OU and other colleges of the graduate school had e-learning training sometime in 2009 in collaboration with Philippine E-Learning Society for a kapihan with some faculty members of BU, students, and other representatives within the region. Also, BUOU was then a participant to the first international conference in technology on education. So to show you that Open University then was busy or in action, collaborating with other institutions through certain organizations such as PELS. This was the kapihan conducted. The venue was in the College of Science of Bicol University, as it is where the facilities for more computers are needed for hands-on training. And that there was also a DE module writing workshop during the time of Dr. Lauraya and Dr. Licop. So this is just to show you that Bicol University back then was already in action. Okay? So there were sharing of experiences, knowledge, skills, competencies by different universities such as UST, De La Salle, UP, and other private institutions to help us during the kapihan. And these are the representatives coming from the different units of the university. Okay. BUOU Open University was also able to forge linkages. Aside from PELS, the coordinator, myself, became a member of the Board of Trustees for June 2010 to 2013, thus the recognition of BOGS OU in PELS as member and Board of Trustee. So, during that time, I already proposed institutional membership of BU to PELS, aside from individual membership through BOGS of FICs. And just to inform you, during that time, the membership were charged to the BOGS for the FICs, for the Philippine E-Learning Society. But then the proposed institutional membership was just realized recently in 2019 or 2020. Likewise, BOGS OU tried to be a member of Philippine Society for Distance Learning, which is also an organization led by UPOU. And we were able to strengthen linkages with UPOU and other institutions offering open learning, distance education such as Suleiman University, De La Salle University, University of Santo Tomas, and other private schools via PELS. Okay, so what were the regular activities for for BU Open University? Through the graduate school, admission, registration, and payments is through the graduate school. Library services, of course, through the graduate school. Administrative services, again, the graduate school. As the programs being offered are advanced education. As a coordinator, these are the following activities, the regular activities expected: academic advising tutorials, technical support, face-to-face or online orientation and tutorial to students, individually or by class, coordinating, connecting students and faculty every semester, development of IEC materials, that is, development of brochure, flyer, primer, modules, etc. Okay, so this is again a presentation of what the activities were during the time in Open University. This is Dr. Licop doing the orientation, myself also doing some orientation, and this is a class ongoing, specifically done in the Open University at the MP building, 3rd floor before, okay? And here are some other activities just to show you that there are faculty members involved and are doing their task to orient the students in their respective subjects. So this is Dr. Mirna Lanuso, this is Dr. Edisi, the president himself, Dr. Rick Belhica, Dr. Joseph Bartolata, and some of these pictures are simply showing you that there are proctored examinations ongoing during the time. Okay? Other activities done in Open University is the continuous collaboration linkages with e-learning and distance education groups and institutions, day-to-day supervision of the OU Learning Center, regular orientation provided to students per semester by OU, with BOG staff and FIC supports, because yours truly was then a one-man show as simply a coordinator of distance education. So my task then was to coordinate first meeting of faculty and students in different subjects along DE programs every semester, coordinate with DUIMO regarding LMS for Open University and distance education programs that are needed and maintained. Okay? So how are we delivering these services? I'm showing you this matrix to show the delivery services and the present setup then at the time and what were proposed. Okay? So in terms of admission, registration, and payment at that time was the same with the residential mode, following the residential processes, following the university policies. Now, what could be done? At that time, I already proposed online registration designed for DE, and that payment should be via banks. Payment of tuition fees should be via banks or e-banking. In terms of academic advising and tutorial, this was done through online and face-to-face mode. But what can be proposed regarding this service is the use of BULMS or Google Meet classrooms. And in administrative technical support, also this is still residential before. At this time, as proposed before also, the use of BU Portal or LMS and Google Meet. In terms of regular OU orientation, the practice then was to, before the pandemic of course, was through face-to-face. But this time, there is now a hybrid, which was also proposed at that time, to have a live stream or Google Meet stream for OU orientation. In terms of classes per subject or program, distance mode, this was through, we use first print modules, then open source such as Yahoo Group and chat, and of course module books and other web-based materials. What was proposed is that there should be a use of online virtual classroom through the use of certain tools such as BULMS, Portal, or the Google Meet, Yahoo, etc. The use of web-based materials or wraparound syllabus in addition to modules and books. Okay? As far as tutorial session is concerned, during the time we use the face-to-face and online depending on the subject and the needs of the students. But what was proposed then was to have a full online tutorial sessions or delivery of tutorial sessions using other tools, technological tools. As far as library services is concerned, at the time was just like the residential mode. Students are still going into the library, doing the research and studies. What was proposed is to have web-based e-library and OERs, and these are now happening and being implemented with the present times. Also, in terms of development of IEC, we were doing before flyer, primer, and other IEC materials. These are all in place actually. At the time now that we separated from the graduate school, all these materials are already in place. Okay, so what was proposed is to upload this, and there needs to be a revisit. How will this change now with these proposals? How will this change our organization in terms of structure, policies, and procedures? Okay. Eventually, it is really foresighted that the distance education of Bicol University will have to be a separate unit with its own structure, staff, policies, rules, and procedures to be at par with other universities in the region. In the long term, other programs will have to be offered in OU, both in college and graduate levels. Full online and virtual classroom per subject has to be delivered by each FIC handling DE courses. This will allow us to serve wider populace of clients, both local and offshore international students. With recent updates on ASEAN 2015 as recognized by CHED, Transnational Education, or TNE, or what you call now, some would call it internationalization, will be the new direction of education, and basic to the implementation of this is distance education or open learning to realize exchanges of expertise among and between ASEAN countries. Improvement of Distance Learning Center, which at that time was at the MP building. The office itself serves as the Distance Learning Center. How will this be improved? Through acquisition of necessary equipment, facilities, example, separate building designed for OU, computers, videocam, etc. with BU IMO providing the basic requirements for online distance education mode. BU has to invest in having a separate unit for DE, or Open University, to allow it to bloom into its full growth and be competitive with other universities in the country, ASEAN region, and globally. Also, to provide online and F2F orientation with IEC for students, have an e-library, e-journals, etc., continuing development and acquisition of modules and other instructional materials, continuing campaign marketing of OU programs through print and online mode, and the offering of other programs for DE, like MAED with selected programs, Master of the MAPS or the Master of Arts in Peace Studies and Security, Master in Nursing, undergraduate courses, etc. Why? There is a big clamor from students in these programs. But this will require continuous and sustained faculty and staff development, trainings for ODEL mode, and IT infrastructure and expert support. Basically, it needs a strong BU administrative support. Okay? Given this, I think I have walked you through what was BU Open University back in 2007 to May of 2018. Thank you for listening.
the president of Bicol University, Dr. Arnulfo Mascareñas, the vice presidents, the dean of Bicol University, Open University, Dr. Ram Lorino, the academic deans and directors, heads of units, department chairs, the teaching and non-teaching personnel, our dear students, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant day to all. Happy Foundation Day to the academic unit, which is very close to me, the Bicol University Open University. In 1997, the Board of Regents approved the setting up of Bicol University Open University. The main objective, of course, was to provide wider access to quality education by offering degree programs via the distance education mode. Thereafter, BOU offered short-term courses, but it was only in 2004 when an admin order was issued providing the implementing guidelines for the operation of BOU, initially offering 5 graduate programs under the BU Graduate School. When the 8th president of BU, Dr. Noli Mascareñas, assumed the presidency, one of his goals is to restructure the Bicol University Open University, which was noticeably lagging behind compared to the open universities of other state universities and colleges. This initiative eventually resulted in the restructuring of BU Open University, and I was designated as the first dean of the newly restructured Bicol University Open University in 2018. My tenure, however, as the dean of the BOU was short-lived because I was designated to a much higher position. During my 1 year of deanship, I focused more on the laying of the groundwork for the implementation of a 5-year restructuring plan. I realized then that a number of challenges need to be faced squarely if BU wishes to catch up with other SUCs in terms of development along distance education. These challenges, friends, include, of course, the physical component of the plan, which is capital intensive, the faculty development, quality assurance in terms of course development, teaching and learning processes, of course technology, and student performance assessment, to name but a few. But friends, I am pretty sure that under the leadership of the good dean now, Dr. Ram Lorino, and through the unwavering support of the BU president, I know all these challenges can be overcome so that in the end, the vision of having an independent BUOU that offers not only graduate but also undergraduate courses can be realized. And I express my full support to this endeavor. Again, thank you and happy foundation anniversary to Bicol University Open University.
Good morning. This is Ram Mrs. M. Lorino, the Dean of the Bicol University Open University. I started with the Bicol University Graduate School Open University program way back in 2005, wherein I handled subjects in the public administration program, mainly the Foundation and Dynamics of Government and Politics, Theory and Practice of Public Administration. I was also then one of the core faculty of the Department of Management in the College of Business, Economics and Management. I attended national and international conferences in open and distance learning together with Dr. Linda Guzman and Dr. Maria Jane Mascareñas. Also, I attended seminar workshop with module writing with the UP Open University. I was designated as Dean of the BU Open University last May 19, 2019 to implement the Board of Regents 236 series of 2017, which is the restructured BU Open University, and Administrative Order number 347 series of 2019, the revised implementing guidelines of the BU Open University. In that approval of the Board of Regents and Administrative Order issued, Bicol University Open University will eventually separate an independent academic unit of Bicol University. We started with benchmarking with other open universities like the UPOU, the UST, the Ateneo de Manila University, and the De La Salle University. We started to offer with 7 programs out of 22 approved programs for offering. These are the Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership and Management, the Master in Management, the Master of Public Administration, the Master of Local Government Management, the Master of Arts in Educational Leadership and Management, the Master of Arts in Social Studies Education, and the Master of Arts in English Education. Administrative Order 253 series of 2019 gives us the assignments of 4 core faculty, 10 affiliate faculty, and 2 technical staff. In addition to this, we have 2 new Instructor 1 and 1 Assistant Professor 1. From 49 students, we are now serving 391 students for the 7 degree programs. 13 of them are OFWs from the United Arab Emirates, England, United States of America, Singapore, Thailand, Japan, West Africa, Saudi Arabia, and Cambodia. Creating the Office of Instructional Development and Academic Support Office is a must for us, and so, in addition to other designations given to our faculty, like the Academic Program Coordinator, the Gender and Development Coordinator, the Research and Extension Coordinator, the Document Controller, and lately the Student Affairs and Services Coordinator. We were granted a budget of 10 million for the modernization of ICT and acquired ICT infrastructure, equipments, and materials, including the transfer of BUOU from the multipurpose building to the 3rd floor of the BU main library. These are some of our humble beginnings of the BUOU. For the challenges that we are facing now, we are to offer graduate courses in development management, development communication, tourism management, library and information system through a feasibility study and surveys to all stakeholders. These are some of the undergraduate programs that we would like to offer in the Open University. Another challenge that of the student support services be institutionalized. Of course, this will be aligned with the Office of Student Services or Student Affairs and Services of the university. We are also to craft a separate BU Open University policies for our use and for our compliance to some offices. We also plan to have the BU Open University programs be accredited and be recognized by the Commission on Higher Education and other accrediting bodies. Lately, we have now the training of faculty for the implementation of the BOU LMS, which is the Moodle. Eventually, we are also to train BOU students on the use of the new LMS, which is the Moodle. These are all my humble beginnings as Dean of the Open University, and there are more to come, and we are very proud to say that the Bicol University Open University is the only open university in the Bicol region. Maraming salamat po, and mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Hi! Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Before anything else, happy 24th founding anniversary of Bicol University Open University. I am Flor J. Navalbedina, a proud graduate of BOU Batch 2021 under the program of Master of Public Administration or MPA. So meron tayo dito mga katanungan na sasagutin natin ng mabilisan. First question, being a graduate of BOU, how do you consider the experience, your academic journey towards achieving your goal? Siyempre yung experience ko sa BOU is sobrang nakakataba ng puso at of course hindi ko rin talaga makakalimutan. Nakakataba ng puso because nakikita ko talaga yung passion ng mga teachers or yung mga faculties in charge para makapagturo ng quality education sa kanilang mga estudyante. What is the significant contribution of being a BOU graduate in your career and your accomplishments at the present? Of course, in my career as a professional events host and public servant, nakatulong ito para mas lalo pang dumami ang aking mga kaisipan at ma-explore pa ang aking kakayahan in terms of serving the people and also in terms of public speaking. Can you say to present students of BOU and those who are aspiring to be? Of course, sa mga present student ng BOU ay kailangan lang tayong lumaban dahil alam naman natin na hindi madali ang ating ginagawa ngayon, pero still kapag nasa right path tayo, for sure ay ma-achieve naman natin ang gusto nating ma-achieve na goal sa ating mga buhay. At sa mga gusto po at nag-aspire na maging isa sa mga POU student, ay syempre, wag na po kayo magdadalawang isip to join us because this is the perfect time na magkaroon ng isang klase na quality education na walang hassle at your own time and your own pace.
Honored and privileged to give my thoughts on my recent journey as a graduate of Master in Management Batch 2021 as we celebrate the 24th founding anniversary of Bicol University Open University. My personal goal of completing my master's degree has given me the opportunity to explore my inner strength and unknown traits and character, such as finding the real meaning and proper application of time management, setting of priorities, determination and perseverance, as well as focus that have helped me in this journey. The significant contribution of being a graduate of Open University to my present career is having the opportunity to explore broader and new horizons, other than my basic specialization in hotel and restaurant management. I am more confident to realize my career plans and dreams in life. My message to the present and future students of Open University is to take their studies seriously and not just for promotion or requirement purposes to a particular position, but to look rather into this study as their way of personal growth and development and to acquire more knowledge which eventually will provide opportunities to what they have at present. I am confident that with the quality education that Bicol University Open University provides, through the quality faculty member with their competencies, I am positive that the Bicol University Open University will provide more service and contribution to the growth and development of the Bicolanos and of the whole Bicol region. Again, congratulations on your 24th founding anniversary and more power to my alma mater. Happy holidays and everyone keep safe. I am Angela Lugo, Master in Management, Open University, Batch 2021.
Hello, my name is Robert Cantero Luquiniano, a graduate of Master in Management and currently working as Plant Operation Manager, at the same time Head of the Research and Development of the largest conglomerates in West Africa. One of my dreams after my undergraduate study is to hold a master's degree. I am very grateful and privileged to benefit from the program offered by Bicol University Open University. Bicol University Open University helps me achieve my goal. Taking Master in Management and at the same time working full-time is a great challenge. The geographical location and my situation as an overseas Filipino worker affect well my situation as a student. But with Bicol University Open University program, faculty modern approach and teaching, the state-of-the-art facility, nothing is impossible. Surely, a world-class education is within the reach of everyone.
Hi everyone, my name is Felix Dayan Ledesma Toralio, and I am here to share to you my journey at BUOU. Right after graduation in college, I became part of the corporate world on the marketing side of an international brand. For someone who's just a newbie, it was a great challenge for me. Not to mention that I'm also an active youth leader and a part-time model and events host. It was my mom who's also a PhD graduate of the same university who challenged me that education shouldn't end when you receive your diploma in college. Education is a lifelong process that will equip you at work and in life. With that being said, I enrolled myself at BUOU in 2012, and after 3 years of a roller coaster journey, I graduated in 2015. My motto back then was, why would I sleep now if time will come that I'll sleep forever? This brought me to challenge myself again, this time to bring the knowledge that I got from BUOU not to the four corners of the office anymore, but to the continents of the world. I became a flight steward and a licensed safety professional for an international airline. I have widened my horizon to the world, and I have discovered that the world is so huge and it's just waiting for us to discover it. With that being said, I would like to throw this challenge to our young dreamers that every time you feel hopeless, always remember that if your mind can think of it, then surely your heart and your soul will find ways for you to achieve it. With that, happy 24th anniversary BUOU! My heartfelt gratitude to all our hardworking and dedicated professors and to all the staff of BUOU. My salutation to you all. Continue to inspire and educate young minds and continue to produce competent people who are ready to face the challenges of the world. Once again, this is Felix Neo Ledesma Turalio, a proud alumnus of the Bicol University's Open University program.
Having been into distance education and distance learning for more than a decade, I have some sort of experience about it. So I have several questions about Bicol University Open University at first. Yet I thought I wouldn't know if I will not be taking part in the BUOU's learning system. And so finally I decided to apply for admission and successfully got in the EDDELM program. And here I am, part of Bicol University, a student of the Bicol University Open University. I would say though that Bicol University Open University has not failed my expectations. In fact, I am commending the Bicol University Open University's administration and faculty for the great and excellent job they're doing and will be doing in the future. So I'm very much excited about BUOU's future and the students who will be enrolling in their programs. So to my fellow kababayans out there who are dreaming and desiring of continuing their education and earning a master's or doctorate degree whilst working and living abroad, or probably the reason is distance, Bicol University Open University is the answer. So good luck to all of you and congratulations to the Bicol University Open University.
Isang makakalikasang araw sa ating lahat. I am Attorney Maria Lovella M. Diaz Castro, a Master of Public Administration student of Bicol University Open University. I believe that knowledge knows no boundaries. When I enrolled in BU Open University, it provided me opportunities to hone my skills in public management with its competent and able faculty headed by Dean Dr. Rameses M. Lorino. It afforded me the advantage to have a balance between family and work while pursuing graduate studies through its flexible schedules. It widened my horizons by meeting people which turned to be friends across the globe. Indeed, Bicol University Open University breaks barriers, connects people to quality education. Mabuhay and happy 24th founding anniversary, Bicol University Open University, and have a blessed day to everyone.
Good day everyone. I am Carl and I am a Master of Arts in English Education student from Bicol University Open University. BUOU has allowed me to continue my postgraduate studies, explore the new depths of knowledge and trends related to my specialization, and earn my master's degree diploma at the most convenient time that I can have wherever I may be. BUOU has indeed broken the barriers detrimental to continuous professional development and has connected me to quality education. In all seriousness, I have no regrets about attending BUOU. The faculty members are so competent yet so considerate. The university staffs and personnel are so approachable whenever I needed assistance. And you know the best part about enrolling at BUOU? It has opened doors for me to meet a new amazing group of people from all around the world sharing the same enthusiasm that I have in language teaching and learning. I will be eternally grateful to Bicol University Open University for this amazing academic endeavor. Padayon BUOU and more power.
Good day, fellow Buenos. I am Kelvin Joseph A. Sakaya, a Master in Management student of Bicol University Open University. For a long time, being a manager is my dream since I used to develop my leadership skills while I was still on my tertiary years of residency with the same school. I was also a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering way back 2018. It was in August 2020 when I started the Master in Management Open University program amidst of the uncertainties we face today. The said program opened me to a variety of horizons and success in the corporate field. Continuing to engage with my career progress and ensures to cope up with the challenges to balance my work and postgraduate studies engagement is very possible via distance learning program being offered by the university. The program also helped me to establish my corporate human resource, people management values and principles, and combining my technical knowledge and skills in electrical engineering, which resulted me to a better young professional and a leader at the same time. Started my career as a property engineer and currently working as a property admin manager and a consultant for a real estate developer, both local and international. In retrospect, representing as the interim president of the Master in Management Open University Student Organization, continuously serving as a catalyst for growth and sharing the program objectives to our aspirant leaders in the future. BUOU served as a key to reach my career goals. It is a lifelong process, thanksgiving, and gratitude. Once again, happy 24th founding anniversary, Bicol University Open University, and may you continuously produce world-class leaders in the future. Mabuhay!
Good day, fellow everyone. After years of being out of school, I'm opted to return as an student at I was hesitant at first because I was having apprehension of having not to meet the deadlines of class groups, considering the weight of my work as the vice mayor of this municipality. Nonetheless, I just believe that nothing is impossible to a willing man.
without thinking of the possible complications this situation may bring. I can study at my own pace and achieve a lifetime goal without compromising my work and other life matters. I do not feel alone in Open University since I can participate through video conferences, school activities, and online classes. It's like a new dimension in the face of education, which is accurate to what is supposed to be the future of education. Bicol University Open University is my key to achieve my lifetime goal without compromising my responsibilities.
I have often said that Open University of Bicol University is one of my top priorities. As an educator and academic leader, I hold this steadfast belief that if we are to continuously evolve with the changing educational landscape, then the university must offer a program that gives the best marriage of technology and distance learning. And this can be best achieved by having a strong and quality Open University program. This is the very reason why I thought of institutionalizing the Open University into Bicol University and molding it into a better version of its present self so that it can achieve a more mainstream system at par with the top universities in the country that offers the same Open University program. My vision for PU Open University is simply this: that it may continue breaking new grounds and bridging geographical divide, offering innovative curricular programs for social transformation and development.
BU Open University, breaking barriers, connecting people to quality education from different walks of life, from different parts of the country and the world.
Once again, thank you so much, Sir Dan Cabiles, our very amiable and very able program advisor for Maing Ed. Thank you for that comprehensive presentation of how our dearest BUOU humbly begun and continuously prosper. Just like what Helen Keller said, alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. Once again, thank you so much to the people who selflessly helped in the success of this celebration. It has been said and believed that for any great work to be done, it is important to have the right foundation. True to the words of Sai Baba, a house must be built on solid foundations to last. The same principle applies to man. Otherwise, he too will sink back into the soft ground and become swallowed up by the world of illusion. Friends, at this juncture, be amazed to some of the TikTok videos from the previously held TikTok competition. And this was judged by Dr. Irene O. Moral, Dr. Reina Habalo, and Professor Ruby Makasinag. Again, ladies and gentlemen, TikTok videos from selected BUOU students.
Baby, do you know that's what? Ooh, heaven is a place. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven love based on earth.
Still heaven.
Are you planning to take master's degree? Hoping to take, but due to the pandemic, I find it hard to enroll in the program. Don't worry, Bicol University offers a distance learning program that provides quality education and easy access to different learning portals. Try Mount OU.
Still heaven.
Why Mount OU?
Are you an educator who wants to make a difference in your students' lives? Do you want to shape and contribute in the educational system? A Master's in Educational Leadership and Management can help you achieve these goals.
Management, administrative responsibility,
Establishes creative innovations through approaches to leadership and management.
Encompasses everything to achieve educational goals. It has a positive impact in improving access to quality education and bring visions to life through effective leadership and management skills.
Provides for the continuing education of teachers, administrators, and other specialists in various phases of education.
Bicol University Open U caters to individuals who are self-motivated and who have the desire for self-advancement.
It helps you to balance everything in your life, to work independently, prioritize your workload, juggle with different tasks, and learn all at the same time.
Gives an opportunity to learn for students whose distance in school is remarkable.
It is a great pride and honor to be part of the program and experience a world-class education. Why choose BUOU? BU Open University will provide you opportunities for personal growth and professional development by making its educational services accessible wherever you are and how busy you are. Its online platforms, open educational resources, and competent faculty in charge make my learnings meaningful and hone my skills.
The graduates of Masters of Arts in Educational Leadership and Management possess effective leadership and management skills to uphold a strong foundation of quality education that enables people to develop their optimum potentials and provide opportunities to improve and strengthen the society.
Hi, I am Dr. Melinda de Guzman, the Program Advisor of the Master of Arts in Educational Leadership and Management in Bicol University, Open University. The Master of Arts in Education is one of the pioneer curricular programs of the Bicol University Graduate School, which was approved by virtue of BOR Resolution Number 38, Series of 1971. The program provides for the continuing education of teachers, administrators, and other specialists in the various phases of education for upgrading of their competencies and scholarly study for the education process itself, its history, philosophy, organization, and the sociological and psychological foundation of its operation. The program focuses on the objectives, content, and pedagogical expertise in the various fields of specialization, research capabilities, including replicating, verifying, validating, contextualizing, and or applying theoretical knowledge in the different aspects of educational process and social consciousness in concerns for aesthetic and cultural heritage and deep resolve to promote sustainable development through research-based policy actions, and advocacy. Come and join us. Be part of the growing community of the Bicol University Open University MAELM program.
If you think you are into leadership and that's something that you want to develop, MAELM is the best program for you. Make your visions a reality. Be part of MAELM program of Bicol University Open University.
And I choose hashtag.
Hashtag, I choose MAELM OU.
Learning made accessible.
Learning made accessible. Get your master's degree now.
Master of Arts.
In Educational Leadership and Management.
Bicol University Open University.
Close your eyes, imagine the future. You can reach the skies if you wanted to. Inform and inspire, be involved in power. We are the power, we're the voice of the youth.
Bicol University, a premier university in the region, extends its service through its open university system, providing wider access to quality education by offering degree programs via distance education, connecting people not only from different places in the Bicol region, also in different parts of the world. BUOU has effective school facilities that are responsive to changing needs and demands of educational delivery, making it an ideal place for learning. The Master of Arts in English Education is one of the pioneer curricular programs of the BU Graduate School. The program provides for the continuing education of teachers, administrators, and other specialists in various phases of education for upgrading of their competencies in scholarly study for the education process itself, content and pedagogical expertise in the various fields of specialization, research capabilities, including replicating, verifying, validating, contextualizing, and applying theoretical knowledge in the different aspects of the educational process, and social consciousness, concern for aesthetic and cultural heritage, and the deep resolve to promote sustainable development through research-based policy actions and advocacy. With the excellent, competent, passionate, and committed faculty and staff headed by BU President Mr. Arnulfo Mascareñas, BUOU Dean Ramesis Lorino, and Program Advisor Mr. Roldan C. Cabiles.
Hi, this is Dr. Roldan Cabiles, the Program Advisor of the Master of Arts in English Education in BU Open University, inviting you to be part of the growing community of the MindEd program.
The Open University program of Bicol University is also designed to cater students from other countries. Through its online distance learning setup, students can study on their own time and place. Learning packages through print, e-learning materials, OERs, audio, and video can be used by the students. BUOU MAELM program, with the cooperation of its students and guidance of their competent professors, conducts meaningful activities such as webinars to promote collaboration and build connections among its students who are from different parts of the world.
Be one of us. Be one of us.
What are you waiting for? Come and join us in the MindEd program of BU Open University.
Experience an asynchronous fast-paced succession of classes and experiential learning blocks that put to test classroom learning to real-life business situations. Acquire relevant skills that will set you up for your success in your first job and beyond. The program is designed to enhance the managerial leadership of top and middle managers in both the government and private sectors. The program has welcomed to its fold individuals and students who plan to become an executive in the future. Covering a broad range of topics from management of organizations, financial management, ethics and social responsibility, corporate planning and management. These courses will surely help you excel. Friends, connect with us. You may contact us at 0908-866-3465 or 0915-649-3011. You may also reach us at bu-ou@bicol-u.edu.ph or www.bicol-u.edu.ph. Your Master in Management Open University family will be more than pleased to have you.
And for the last entry, we have the Master of Arts in Public Administration.
By virtue of Bicol University Board of Regents Resolution Number 24 on November 20, 1997, the setting up of the BU Open University or BUOU was approved. Initially, it started with the offering of short-term non-degree courses. The objective of the BU Open University was to bring the curricular programs of the university to a wider population of students in the region. The BU Open University program is designed for those who have difficulty attending the traditional residential mode of instructional delivery due to any of these reasons: inadequate time, busy work schedule, physical barriers like distance from Bicol University, and inadequate financial resources. It is also designed for mature learners who have the capacity to undergo independent self-learning. And more importantly, it caters to individuals who are self-motivated and who have the desire for self-advancement. Mukhang ito na nga ang solusyon sa aking problema.
Master of Public Administration is one of the pioneer curricular programs of the BU Graduate School Open University. It was first offered in 1997 by virtue of Board of Regents Resolution Number 38, Series of 1971.
It's actually amazing how you can make a difference in society no matter how small or big your role was. As a Master's of Public Administration student working in the Armed Forces of the Philippines, I can say that I am learning new perspectives and experiences that goes beyond the roles of a public servant. With this, I am motivated and inspired to work better and serve every Filipino and the government along with our military servicemen in the national defense. I am grateful to the Bicol University Open University for providing such a golden opportunity for me to access the needed education for my career growth.
Change that I become passionate about is working on the local level. I believe that working on the local level really had the chance to effect any positive change. And Master of Public Administration really helped me contribute effectively to that change. Taking the courage to enroll at Master of Public Administration really creates a greater impact.
It's like pushing me to learn something different for my locality and apply those skills and knowledge to make it a better place. I also believe that my passion is to create a vibrant, inclusive, and equitable society, and public administration is a way to do that. Bicol University Open University gives me the experience and tools to do that.
I choose MPA and I choose BUOU because I really think that it provides me with the opportunity to learn about how I can work towards building a more 21st century city.
I enrolled at BUOU under MPA program because of three reasons. First, BUOU offers time convenience since I am a working employee. Second, BUOU offers cheaper tuition fee but with high standard when it comes to education. Third, I chose MPA program because it was already in line with my current work.
For taking MPA, I worked as an administrative assistant in that division of Albay. I realized that I need to improve my skills and be aware of the government policies, which will be a great impact to my career.
As the MPA program of the Bicol University Open University continue to cater knowledge and skills to graduates who wish to become competent civil servants in the public sector, it looks forward to further innovate its systems and services and bring forth world-class graduates ready to lead and make a difference locally and internationally.
Graduate of BUOU Batch 2021 under the program of Master of Public Administration or MPA.
Congratulations, Bicol University Open University on its 24th founding anniversary. Join us in the Master of Public Administration program as one of the pioneer programs of Bicol University. This program is open to all who wish to proceed to a career in the public sector, as well as to public sector employees and managers who wish to develop their existing academic skills and qualifications. With Open University, we break barriers, connect islands to quality of education. Mabuhay!
Thank you so much, Ma'am Jovel, for sharing us those TikTok videos from the different programs in the Bicol University Open University and the previously held competition on TikTok videos in celebration of the 24th founding anniversary of our dearest alma mater. And of course, thank you so much to our judges, to our board of judges during the competition. We have Dr. Irene O. Moral, Dr. Reina Habalo, and Professor Ruby Makasinag. Folks, BUOU is not just an institution that nurtures academic excellence, but also bridges the gaps of distance learning education. It is a home that builds connection and collaboration challenged by distance and time. At this juncture, let us listen to our always optimistic and always motivating SUC President 4 of Bicol University as he tackles Bicol University's emerging role in the regional and national development in a disruptive environment. Let's give him our virtual applause.
Thank you very much, Lisa. To the Dean of the Bicol University, Open University, Dr. Ram Lorino, to the faculty members and staff of BOU, to the BOU Student Council President, Mr. Don August Delgado, to our dear students of BOU, friends and other participants to this webinar. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I'd like to thank BOU for inviting me to be part of this very memorable event to celebrate your 24th founding anniversary this year. Friends, I would like to say that higher education has faced many challenges since its inception. However, higher education today faces its greatest combinations of challenges, namely economic uncertainty, accountability, globalization, and emerging technologies that are daunting to learn and intimidating to implement. These are just some of the disruptions which higher education is and has to face in the years ahead. Let me begin by saying that there are 6 megatrends which could impact on sustainable development goals. And of course, that includes education. The first is, of course, poverty and inequalities, followed by demography, third by environmental degradation and climate change, shocks and crises, financing for development, and the 6th one is technological innovations. In terms of poverty and inequalities, substantial progress has been achieved in multiple dimensions of poverty in the past decades. Of course, including the reduction of absolute poverty, decline in child and maternal mortality rates, and improve access to clean water and sanitation facilities. The progress, however, has been uneven and considerable challenges still remain. These include rising income disparities within countries, persistent gender inequality, and the recent poverty across regions due to economic shocks and escalating conflicts. Poverty inequalities would have a deep impact on higher education because the more the increase in poverty, more people would not be able to afford to go to college and earn their degree. This is where BOU and other schools offering distance education would play a very important part. The second megatrend is demography. Demographic dynamics such as population growth, aging, migration, and urbanization will have an impact on sustainable development goal. Rapid aging is expected to occur in Europe, North America, Asia, and Latin America, while Africa, by contrast, will have young populations. Of course, we expect the Philippines to continue the trend of having young population with the kind of demographics that we have right now. With rising poverty, unemployment, conflicts, and natural hazards, more people will be compelled to leave their homes in search of better lives, resulting to high internal migration. Currently here in the Philippines, we are already experiencing high internal migration, wherein more people from the rural areas have the tendency to migrate to the urban areas, particularly Metro Manila. And this will have a negative consequence when it comes to higher education. The fourth one is environmental degradation and climate change. Major challenges in environment include degradation of air and land, water, scarcity, deforestation, marine pollution, and a decline in biodiversity. Some of the underlying factors behind environmental degradation include population growth, polluting technologies, and overexploitation of ecosystems, driven by unsustainable consumption and production patterns. Maybe some of you will wonder how this megatrend will impact on higher education. Well, this would certainly have an impact on higher education because the more we try to rejuvenate the environment, that would require more funding from the government. This would mean that we have to realign our funds so that we would be able to address this problem of environmental degradation, leaving a small amount of money for higher education. And it's being projected that the trend will continue, with more losses expected in livelihoods and assets, which underlines the link between poverty and vulnerability to natural hazards. The next one is shocks and crises. These include economic and financial shocks, disasters, conflicts, and disease outbreaks like COVID-19 pandemic that have undermined the precarious livelihoods of millions of people and can affect progress toward sustainable development. Now, for COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen and felt the effect of this pandemic for more than a year already. Millions of students could not go to their schools. Schools and universities were closed down. Businesses were closed down. And it's only towards the end of 2021 that we're seeing things going to the new normal. While remarkable achievements have been made in combating major infectious diseases like COVID-19 and reducing hunger, the world will continue to face significant challenges in addressing health issues, malnutrition, and high risk of famine. The fifth one is financing for development. Official development assistance will remain a vital source of external public finance for the poorest and most vulnerable countries, but it will not be sufficient. Countries will continue to borrow for loans or funds so that they would be able to address development concerns and other health problems, just like what the Philippines is currently experiencing. For us to combat COVID-19 pandemic, we have to entail both internal and external borrowing because we don't have the capital to address the pandemic. While we say that resources are allocated for development objectives are not adequate, there is no shortage of capital in the global economy. Only that, the more you borrow, it means that the more you have to allocate funds to pay for the principal and for the interest. The challenge is to enhance the impact of available resources while catalyzing additional sources of income or of finance into investment in long-term sustainable development. And finally, we have the sixth one, technological innovations. The biggest technological advancements over the past decades have occurred in health, education, and environment. For example, the development of new vaccines against infectious diseases have saved millions of lives. Online courses and interactive applications expand access to education around the globe, just like what you're doing in BUOU. Providing new ways of learning, like the flexible learning modality that we've been using for more than a year now, teaching and collaborative work. We also have Industry 4.0, which aims to enhance the skill set of students, so much so that after they earn a degree, they are more or less employable already by the industry. So the question is, why higher education should invest on open university and distance education mode? Bakit nga ba dapat tayong invest sa open university and distance education mode? Well, against those backdrop, those megatrends, those what we term as environment, destructive environment, there are a lot of reasons, but I only chose the following as the more important ones for the moment. First is that Open University Distance Education mode is flexible. I saw in the TikTok show a while ago that by enrolling in distance education or BUOU, you can study at your own pacing, anywhere and anytime. Kahit nagkatrabaho sa opisina, you can still pursue your studies. Kunyari, you're doing the assignment of your boss, but actually you are preparing the lessons or your homework for the assignment given you by your professor. The second reason is that it's more efficient in terms of client reach and geographic coverage. Because with ICT infrastructure, the reach of OpenU, the BUOU, far extends up to the remotest islands in the Bicol region or up to the farthest countries in the world. The third reason is that it's relatively cheaper and economical compared to residential classes. That is in terms of physical facilities requirement. Let me give you some examples, for instance. For us to be able to start with the offering of our medical program in 2014, we had to put up a school building worth 150 million pesos. Plus, of course, the required laboratory equipment amounting to more than 50 million. So all in all, we had to make available more than 200 million for us to be able to offer medical programs. For our College of Law, for instance, we had to secure at least 92 million pesos for us to be able to construct our College of Law building. Now we're planning to offer dental medicine next year. The requirement is so enormous because for the building alone, we need around 163 million initially. Plus, of course, an additional 50 million for lab equipments. These things will not be the problem for BU Open University distance education mode. The fourth reason why we have to go into BOU distance education mode is that we can offer as many programs as possible. Of course, we started with only 4, I think, in BOU. Now we have a number of programs. We now have MAED, MAPA, and many more will be coming. Next reason is that we can tailor the program offerings on industry and regional, national development needs. This reminds me of UPOU. when they started with their programs, they just borrowed the programs of UPLB. Then later on, as they were able to develop their capacity, they came up with programs that suit the needs of the industry. There were even some showbiz people who enrolled in UPOU. And they also offer some short course programs. We call as nano programs. In so doing, UPOU was able to meet short-term needs of certain sectors. And finally, its innovative learning delivery is something that is not found in other traditional programs. So for Open University and Distance Education mode, we have a number of modalities like synchronous distance learning, asynchronous distance learning, hybrid distance learning, computerized distance learning, fixed time online courses, and open schedule online courses. The one that we're implementing right now during the pandemic, which is flexible learning modality, actually has its roots from Open University Distance Education mode. Now, the question is, what is the possible role of BU Open University in regional and national development? But before I continue with my discussion on the topic, let me just give you my vision for BUOU to give you some context on what BUOU could possibly look into. My vision for BUOU is simply this, that it may continue breaking new grounds and bridging geographical divide, offering innovative curricular programs for social transformation and development. That is my vision for BUOU. The great Benjamin Franklin, who is one of the founding fathers of the United States of America, brilliantly captures the intersection between higher education and regional and national development when he said that an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. As regional and national economies continue to move towards knowledge-based economies, higher education institutions and BUOU, for that matter, will play a crucial role as drivers and accelerators of social, political, and economic development, given their manifold functions as repositories and generators of knowledge and equalizers of life's chances for social mobility. In a highly globalized and technology-saturated world, HEIs spur economic growth and the democratization of society, given the role in human capital formation and in the production and dissemination of knowledge and innovation. In the context of regional and national development, Bicol University, which is the premier university in the region, has always risen up to the challenge of advancing the human condition by setting the standard of academic excellence as it fulfills its threefold of functions along instruction, research, and extension. Guided by our vision to become a world-class university, producing leaders and change agents for social transformation and development, and the core values of scholarship, leadership, character, and service, we have proven track record of producing highly skilled, highly qualified, and self-directed, globally competitive graduates with the capacity to become catalysts for sustainable development. But given the rapidly changing educational landscape brought about by the advances in technology and further impelled by COVID-19 pandemic, how can we ensure that Bicol University remains reflective and responsive to the needs of the region? On a grander scale, how can we continue to be the driver of national development? In such a time of technological innovations and unprecedented shift in the education system, BU Open University has a strategic advantage given its mandate of open and flexible learning delivery. Friends, the reality is this. In a highly wired and borderless world, we need to meet our students where they are. Suffice it to say, unless we seize the opportunity to recalibrate the design and infrastructure of education to meet the needs of our students, we will never fully harness the potential of these technological innovations. We have realized this early on when we established the Bicol University Open University in 1997. Cognizant that we need to innovate to educate, we have adopted distance learning education in order to bring the curricular programs of the university to a wider populace of students in the Bicol region. So in short, we brought our programs right at the doorstep of our students. Almost 4 decades since our inception or founding of BUOU, I can say with conviction that we have lived up to our mission of helping the region transition to a knowledge-based economy by providing wider access to quality education in the Bicol region. But friends, while we can bask in the glory of our success, we cannot succumb to complacency by resting our laurels, as we still have crucial role to play in advancing the regional and national development agenda. Let me outline ways by which Bicol University Open University can significantly contribute to regional and national development in terms of human capital development, poverty alleviation, employment generation, and democratization of education. First, Bicol University Open University has a significant role in developing the human capital of the region. In a highly competitive job market, professionals need to constantly upskill and reskill in order to stand out amidst threats of global unemployment and underemployment. With our vast program offerings in the fields of management, education, public administration, and peace and security studies, for instance, we can help drive forward the regional and national development economy by ensuring a steady and substantial supply of world-class graduates who can become change agents and agenda setters in society. Thus, friends, the quality of education that we provide can be the initial drop in a lifelong ripple effect of career advancement, personal growth, and social mobility for our professionals in the Bicol region. The ripple effect is further magnified as our graduates can impart and incorporate valuable lessons that they learn at BUOU in the professional practice. Second, BUOU can help in poverty reduction by bridging the educational gap through distance education. There is growing body of extant literature that attests that education can help lift people out of poverty. Making education accessible to those who cannot access it through the traditional mode of learning, which is the residential mode, can increase individual earnings, reduce economic inequalities, and promote economic growth. Friends, the reality is this: education is an enabler. I repeat, education is an enabler. If we want to empower and mobilize people for regional and national development, we need to equip them with the right knowledge and skills. And I would say that BUOU is very much aware of this. Under its present leadership, BUOU's long-term direction is to offer some baccalaureate courses in support of regional development. It is my hope that this vision can augment opportunities for higher education for those in the undergraduate level who do not have the means to enroll in the traditional mode of learning because of geographical reasons, because of financial reasons, and other disruptions in the environment. Third, friends, is that BU Open University can significantly contribute to employment generation in the region. This is most needed given the staggering and sordid reality revealed by the Philippine Statistics Authority that some 4 million Filipinos were unemployed in January 2021. A simple equation is this: if people will acquire knowledge and skills they need, they would have a higher potential of expanding their employment opportunities and increasing their income. As such, if more and more Bicolanos are given access to quality education, we will be more poised to achieve the Ambisyon Natin 2040, wherein we envision a society that is free of poverty. If we help improve the efficiency of the workforce, like what I've seen in the TikTok presentation a while ago, it will lead to higher rates of individual productivity, which in turn will lead to a higher demand for qualified workers. This is cyclical. Thus, we need to provide our students with the necessary market skills to be relevant in the economy. And lastly, BU Open University can significantly contribute to the democratization of education, which is a necessary condition in the fulfillment of the UN Agenda 2030 and the achievement of Ambisyon Natin 2040. Friends, the visions and plan of actions outlined in this development agenda are anchored on the premise that education is a vital force for sustainable development. In fact, according to UNESCO, every goal in the 2030 agenda requires education to empower people with the knowledge, skills, and values to live in dignity, build their lives, and contribute to their societies. In the same vein, achieving the vision of a matatag, maginhawa, and panatag na buhay in 2040 demands the provision of equal access to education that allows for flexibility, freedom, and self-directed learning, which are all these are all ingredients of distance education being offered by BUOU. Thus, BUOU's mode of distance education can be a great equalizer, providing opportunities for lifelong learning and easy access to quality education for Bicolanos anywhere in the world in a cost-effective way and anytime. In a nutshell, with global economies now transitioning to knowledge-based economies, BUOU can be a valuable tool in producing specialists and professionals who can utilize knowledge to bring about development in the region and beyond. Through our transformational pedagogies that blend theories and practice, we can expand geographic access to education, provide alternative means for career development for those unable to avail of the opportunity through the usual traditional delivery mode, and train the human resources needed for the development of the region and the nation in general. For BUOU to live up to its emerging role in regional and national development, however, it must be cognizant of its potential. It must also zealously work to fulfill its mandate to provide wider access to quality education through its degree programs. Friends, before I thank you, as the leading educational center in the Bicol region, instrumental in shaping the region's minds, let us make use of our academic expertise in extending service to the community. Let us sustain our gains by ensuring that we remain responsive and relevant by continuously harnessing the potential of technological advancements and engaging in innovative undertakings in support of regional and national development. With that, thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you very much for your time. Once again, good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Once again, our dearest Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas. With the crisis that we are experiencing and the new normal, and the massive shift in education and the advancement in technology, BUOU is an avenue to continue innovation and social development and transformation through its leaders and catalysts of change. According to our SUC president, be an innovator, be an enabler, be a part of BUOU towards a matatag, maginhawa, at panatag na pamumuhay. Once again, a visionary and one of the mighty pillars of BUOU, our dearest president, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas. Let's give him our virtual applause once again. Thank you so much, sir. And cheers to breaking new grounds and bridging geographical divide through quality education and open university. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we shall witness the greetings from our beloved friends and family from the Bicol University.
Happy founding anniversary, my dear Bicol University Open University family. I am grateful and happy that you have slowly but surely continued your journey towards strengthening your program into becoming globally relevant and competitive. The surge of enrollment and significant mainstreaming of the learning management system is indeed a great way to sustain the Open University's academic journey even in these times of pandemic. To the administration, faculty, and staff of the Bicol University Open University, my heartfelt and warmest congratulations. Know that my constant support will never waver. I am with you 101% as I am one with the rest of the Bicol University family. Again, congratulations.
Congratulations, Bicol University Open University, on its 24th founding anniversary. With Open University, we break barriers, connect islands to quality education. Join us to the only open university in the region. Mabuhay!
The administrators, faculty members, non-teaching personnel, and the graduate students of the BU Open University. Thank you for joining us in today's 24th Foundation Anniversary Celebration. Let us continue the journey to becoming a university of the future with your continued support. Congratulations, BOU!
Congratulations to BU Open University for celebrating its 24th Foundation Day. My beloved BUOU, the premier open university in the Bicol region, continue providing quality education and continue creating milestones and legacies for the development of our students, of Bicol University, of our stakeholders, of our communities, of the country, and of the world. Together, we will combat the challenges with optimism and commitment to be able to attain our vision. Once again, congratulations to BU Open University and happy 24th Foundation Day.
Happy 24th year anniversary Bicol University Open University. I am privileged to be a part of the premier open university in the Bicol region. In its 24 years in existence, BUOU have not just served the Bicol region, but the world. So happy anniversary Bicol University Open University. Long live!
Happy birthday, or shall I say, happy founding anniversary, BU Open University. Continue excelling in instruction, research, and extension as we break barriers and connect people to quality education. Once again, happy founding anniversary, BU Open University.
Ma'am Javel, I think we could proceed to the awarding of certificate to Sir Arnulfo Mascareñas. Republic of the Philippines, Bicol University, BU Open University, Legazpi Albay awards this Certificate of Appreciation to Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas for his invaluable services and expertise rendered as resource speaker during the Bicol University Open University 24th Foundation Anniversary, held on November 20, 2021 via Zoom with the theme Talk in the Time of Disruptive Environment. Signed, Professor Jose Carlo B. Lavapie, Advisor of BUOUSC, CSAC BU Open University, Don August G. Delgado, President, BUOU Student Council, and our Dean for the BU Open University, Dr. Rameses M. Larino. Once again, thank you so much, Sir Arnulfo M. Mascareñas, for being our resource speaker for this 24th founding anniversary. Once again, our virtual applause to our SUC President, Sir Arnulfo M. Mascareñas. Thank you so much for that, Ma'am Jovel. And I think the token will be sent to the office of our dearest President, Sir Mascareñas. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we shall proceed to the most awaited part of our celebration. We proceed to the fun and exciting part for today's exaltation. Hashtag Marina. Mare, tara na. Join the fun and exciting part of this founding anniversary as we proceed to the E-Games. And while we are preparing for the E-Games for this afternoon, which will be participated by the students and I think the faculty din. Kasama rin po ang ating mga faculty. They will be joining our E-Games as we celebrate the 24th founding anniversary of our beloved BUOU. I think for this afternoon, we will be having E-Bingo and Quiz Bee as part of our E-Games, again in celebration of our 24th founding anniversary. So we will just be waiting for the screen of Ma'am Junali for the mechanics of this E-Games. Once again, this will be participated by the Bicol University Open University students and faculty. So this is one way of making this celebration more fun and exciting. And I think I could share the amount of prizes for the bingo. So for the bingo prizes, we have for the first pattern, the U-shape, the winner shall receive 500 pesos. For the second pattern, the diamond shape, 1,000. And for the third pattern, blackout or all numbers, 2,000 pesos. So we will also have the quiz bee for this afternoon. For the first place, we shall have, we have 2,000, amounting to 2,000. And second place, 1,000. And third place, 500. So flashed on our screen is the BUOU online bingo mechanics. So each program shall have 3 bingo players with 1 coded bingo card each. Open your bingo card link on your browser and check if your card number is correct according to what is assigned to your program. The bingo caller will tell you the pattern for each set and will draw numbers in an online leaderboard. Mark your cards by clicking the number in your bingo card. When you get the complete pattern, notify the bingo caller by saying bingo. Cards will be verified and flashed online. Winners will be announced after the game. Prizes will be given during the awarding ceremony. All right, so we also have the distribution of cards. For the BUOU faculty, we have cards number 1 to 9. For ED-ELM, we have cards number 10 to 12. For MPA, we have cards 13 to 15. For MLGM, we have cards number 16 to 18. For MM, we have cards number 19 to 21. For MALM, we have cards number 22 to 24. For Maing Ed, we have cards number 25 to 27. And for Masokstad, we have cards number 28 to 30. So the card numbers were already assigned prior. That's why the contestants are now asked to I think click their browser for their card number. I think Ma'am Junali is asking to be the co-host for this platform so that we could start the e-bingo for this afternoon. Again, this will be followed by another e-game, which is the Quiz Bee, to be participated by different programs for the BUOU.
Ma'am, good afternoon po.
Yes, Ma'am Junali.
Ma'am, papakonfirm ko lang po if everybody has already their cards per program po. Thank you po.
All right. I think we could maximize our chat box for that to ask the response of our players. I think their names are already identified per program. So kindly, for the participants or players for eBingo, kindly verify or confirm via our chat box if you have already, tama ba Ma'am Junali, received their cards?
Yes po, ma'am. I think MA Saksay sa Social Studies po, hindi pa po nagre-respond kasi po sila Sir Pat and ay si Ma'am Pat at Sir Samson kung okay na po sa kanila yung link. And also for MLGM po, since wala po silang confirmed players, if sino po yung pwedeng kumuha ng slot kasi sayang naman po yung prizes.
Ma'am Junali, from our chat box, from the Masok Stud, wala naman daw po. Wala daw pong link, I think. This is what they're referring to. We would also like to ask the help of our program advisors for this one so that we can start the e-bingo. Sayang naman po ang ating mga premyo in celebration once again of our 24th founding anniversary. So, hinihintay lang po natin na makapag-log in ang lahat ng ating mga players and we will start this e-game.
For MA Social Studies po, sent are your bingo cards. Please click the link po. Your cards are numbers 28, 29, and 30. So we will only have 30 players po.
And also, Ma'am Junali, we would like to request the players to please turn on your camera para makita naman po namin kayo as we hold this bingo, e-bingo.
Ayan.
Ayan, yan yung ating U-shape na first pattern. And tama ba, Ma'am Junali, yung unang player natin na makakuha ng mga patterns natin, the U-shape, the diamond shape, tama po ba? And yes, yung pag naubos nila yung mga numbers doon sa kanilang card, they will receive prizes.
Yes, ma'am. Sayang po yun.
Again, pa-repeat daw po ng patterns from Sir Rinaldo. Again, sir, ang ating mga patterns flashed on our screen are the U-shape. Ano pa nga yung isa, ma'am? The diamond shape. Ayan, ganyan po. And, yung last natin na may pinakamalaking prize, tama po ba, Ma'am Junali, is kapag lahat po ay nalagyan po natin.
Yes,
or
po.
nakuha natin. Ayan. And I think ako ang magbabasa. I will be the bingo caller for this afternoon.
Okay na po ba sa each program po?
All right, Ma'am Junali, I think we could start the e-bingo.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready na daw po ang pambato ng MM. And according to confirmed by Ma'am Emily Agonos, ready na rin daw po sila. All right, once again, good luck to our players. And this is e-bingo as part of our celebration for the 24th founding anniversary of our dearest BUOU. So let's start the game, Ma'am Junali. Ayan. Tama ba? Sa letrang O, 69. All right. Our next call. Sa letrang B, 3. Sa letrang I, 28. Sa letrang B, 5. Ayan, wala pa yata nakakabingo. Our next call, again, sa letrang B, 7. Sa letrang N, 44. Sa letrang N again, 45. Ayan, wala pang nagko-confirm ng bingo. Sa letrang O, 64. Sa letrang B, 12. Ma'am Junely, can they also, will it appear there? Like say for example, nakabingo na sila. Diyan sa naka-flash sa screen natin. Are we going to detect, are we able to detect?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
They can, if ano po yung card nila, they can tell their card number and we can verify po dito.
Okay.
Sa bingo card ID po.
Okay. So they may turn on their microphone kung nakabingo na sila.
Yes.
All right. Or you may also use the chat box. So next call tayo. Sa letrang G, 53. Ayan, sa letrang I, 30. Sa letrang N, 35. Nako, baka maunahan tayo ng faculty ng BUO yung makabingo. Sa letrang O, tama ba? Ultimo, 75. Another call sa letrang G, 58. Wala pa bang nakakabingo dyan? Sa letrang B, 11. Sa letrang B, 6. Sa letrang B, 14 or 14. Sa letrang N, 39. Yan, marami-rami na. Ayan. Sa letrang N, 32. Sa letrang V, ito yung tinatawag nilang biniribid, 8. O, diba? Meron din naman akong alam sa bingo pala. At sa letrang G, 46. Yan, wala pang nakakabingo talaga, ma'am.
Wala pa, ma'am. Yung faculty daw po, mag-wave pa pag nanalo.
Si Sir Ramba ay meron ding bingo card.
Meron po.
Ay, nako.
Sir,
Anim na. Naka-anim na akong kwan. Anim na akong
Ano
number.
tawag doon, sir? Tantos ba yun, sir?
Puntos.
Puntos, yan, puntos. Sa letrang G, 46. Sa letrang O, 74. Sa letrang B, 13. Yan.
Baka may namumuro na.
Sa letrang I, 24. Sa letrang O, 61. Wala pa rin po ba? Nako, ang malas naman ng mga cards nyo. Sa letrang N, 34. Sa letrang N, 41. Sa letrang O, 71. Sa letrang I, 29. Letter G, 48. At sa letrang B, 2. Sa letrang N, 42. Naku, wala pa rin. Nai-stress na si Dean. Konti na lang yata. Sa letrang G, 57. Sa letrang G ulit, 47. Nako, wala pa rin. Baka sila Ma'am Emily ang manalo pa nitong ating e-bingo. Sa letrang N, 31. Ayan, nagtatanong si Sir Jose, anong pattern daw? Sir, meron tayong 3 pattern. Again, pa-U, pa-diamond, at kapag napuno po natin yung ating bingo card. So, meron po yung mga respective amounts of prizes. So, sabi ni Ma'am Emily, konti na lang daw po. Nako, talagang maunahan tayo ng faculty. Sa letrang I, doble 2. Sa letrang B, G's. Sa letrang O, 72. Yan, ang dami na. Nakaka-excite.
Sa letrang N, 33 po. Sa letrang G, 54. Another po, sa letrang O, 63. Wala pa din. Sa letrang G, 60. Sa letrang O, 67.
Try the new Lactacid Extra Nourish. Just 1 drop for 4 times moisturizing comfort.
Sa letrang I, 21. 21. Sa letrang B, 15.
Si Sir Reynaldo nai-stress na, oh.
Sa letrang I, 16.
Nagtataas ng kamay si Ma'am Carmela. Nakabingo na ba si Ma'am Carmela?
Hindi po, joke lang po. Nagtanong po ako dito po sa yung surround lang po ngayon, dapat ba U-shape lang?
Yes po.
Okay po.
U-shape lang.
Yes po, ma'am. Baka po may nakabingo na. Sa round ko na to, U-shape lang po.
Sabi ni Dean, 3 pa daw sa kanya. Again, ang target nating pattern ay U. Letter U.
Okay. Letrang I, 16. Okay na po?
Last 2 na lang daw from Alvin Mahawan.
Hi. Sir Alvin.
Nai-stress na sila, Ma'am Emily.
Next call. Sa letrang
Napaka-competitive ng ating faculty.
Letrang G, 55.
Nakaka-stress daw. Sabi ni Ma'am Carmela, naku, huwag ka ma-stress. Ang purpose ng ating bingo ay para tayo ay mag-celebrate at maging masaya.
Yan, sa letrang O, 68.
Dalawa na lang daw sabi ni Dean. Nako.
Sir, pa-wave. Joke. Sa letrang N, 37. Next call. Sa letrang O, 73. Para sa, magkano to? 500 pesos.
Lumulukso na si Ma'am Carmela. 500 pesos.
Next call. Ay, 20.
Isa na lang. Isa na lang.
Si Dean.
Sir, ano pong number yan?
Secret.
Okay, next call. Ay, 25.
Ayan, Christmas. Ay, na-frustrate si Dean. Hindi yun yung number niya.
Sa latrang G, 52.
Ayan, bingo! Bingo!
Nako! Napakaswerte ng Dean natin. Yun pa yung nanalo ng 500. Dean, baka daw gusto mong i-wave. Ayan.
Wave na lang, sir.
Sir, confirm lang namin your bingo card number, please.
Number 5. 005.
005. Ayun.
Tama?
Yes, sir.
Tama ba, ma'am?
Bale, ano po? U-shape.
Yes.
14, 8, 15, 10, 6, 20, 44, 52, 68,
Wow.
64, 71, 61, 63. Bingo, sir.
Yay!
Congratulations, Dean.
Thank you, thank you.
U-wave na lang daw ni Dean.
Yung susunod, i-wave ko na.
Okay po. Next
I think
na po
originally we can proceed. Yes po. Sige po.
Restart game.
Anong pattern naman tayo ngayon?
Diamond, ma'am.
Diamond dapat. Diamond.
Baka po makalimutan. Ito po ang pattern ng diamond.
Ayan po. Ayan, take note po sa ating mga players yung pattern ng diamond shape. Ma'am Junaline, need daw po bang i-reset yung card?
Yes po.
Yes po. So to all our players, kindly reset na po your cards dahil we shall move to the second pattern for our e-bingo. Ayan, may nagbabalance na ng 200 dyan.
Balance, 200.
Okay.
Size 5. Confirm mo itong crooks, Ma'am Lee. Ayan, confirm daw.
May nagla-live selling na, no? Ayan, let's proceed to winning our second prize for the diamond shape pattern for our e-bingo. Take it away, Ma'am Junalie.
Okay, sa latrang G, unang numero, 55. Sa latrang B, 12. Sa latrang G, 50. Yung hindi po makapag-reset, pa-reset na lang po nung sa taas ng card nyo po. Okay. Next call, sa latrang N, 37. Again, sa latrang N, 32. Sa latrang O, 73. Sa latrang B, 13. Sa latrang I, 26.
Pakikalog.
Ano, sir?
Pakikalog ng ruleta.
Next call. Sa letrang O, 65. Sa letrang N, 43. Para sa 1,000 pesos. Sa letrang O, 72. Sa letrang B, 3. Sa letrang I, 21. Sa letrang B ulit, 7. Sa letrang N, 42. Sa letrang B, 14. Sa letrang G, 53. Sa letrang G po ulit, 48. Sa letrang G, 54. I, 29. Sa letrang O, 70. Sa letrang B, 2. Wala pa. Ma'am Lisa, wala pa ba?
Mukhang si Sir Ram na naman ang mananalo.
Diba yung meeting?
Wala pa. Oo.
Sa letrang B, 9. Sa letrang G, 58. Sa letrang O, 74. Sa letrang O ulit, 66. Sa letrang I, 16. Sa letrang O, 67. Sa letrang O, lumampas, 69. Sa letrang N, 39. Sa letrang G, 47. Sa letrang I, 25. Sa letrang B, 15. Sa letrang B ulit, G's, 10. Sa letrang N, 40. Sa letrang B, numero 1.
Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Carmela, huwag munang may mananalo po.
Next call, N, 31. Sa letrang I, doble dos, 22. Sa letrang D, doble 1, 11. Sa letrang M, 35.
Oh, 4 na lang daw si Dean. Napakaswerte ng card ni Dean. Ano ba yan? Bakit yun ang binigay na card kay Dean?
Ma'am, wala po akong kinalaman.
Laban lang po, Ma'am Maylene. O, isa na lang daw po kay Ma'am Samson. Or is this a sir?
MPA kasi ang bumubola eh. Taga MPA yan eh.
Kaya pala. O, dalawa na lang daw po si Ma'am Zarina. Naku, pambato to ng Maing Ed. Baka mapunta to sa Maing Ed.
Okay, next draw. I, 28.
Yes, laban Maing Ed.
Next call po is I, 23. Next, B, 5. B5. Next call, G, 51. Next call, N, 36. Ulit, letrang N, 45.
Last two na lang daw po, yung MPA. Nako, ang gagaling ng mga taga MPA.
Letrang N, 41. Next draw, I, 27.
Nako, nararamdaman ko, meron ng bibingo dito.
Next call, I, 24. May nabitin ata. Next call, happy anniversary. Bye.
Yes.
Letrang O, 61. Sa letrang O, 71. Letrang O ulit, 64.
Lagpas daw, sabi ni Sir Alvin.
Letrang O, 64. Wala pang bingo.
Bingo daw, si Sir Alvin, card number 11. Sige nga, tingnan natin si Sir Alvin kung bingo na nga ba siya.
Okay po, check lang.
43, 24,